I just looked at the financials and I'm just like, well, is this bank going to remain solvent? Yeah, probably. And doesn't seem like that's going to be a thing. So for the price that they were selling for at the time, which was $22, maybe something like that, I didn't hold on to it forever, but I think I sold it at 34 or so dollars not long later. But I made about 45% in a short period of time at a time that Warren was dumping it. Luke says, hello again, Derek. Grateful as always for the time you're sharing with us, bringing on Jake and Henry. My question this week is, does seeing major players like BlackRock and Vanguard buying, selling, or holding a company affect your decision-making process? And if so, how? I'm not necessarily looking. Look, if they bought or sold something, or if Warren Buffett bought a lot or something or sold a lot of something, the play has already been made, folks. There was a time in 2020, Buffett was selling Wells Fargo aggressively, and he's driving the price down. I don't remember the exact numbers off the top of my head because it's more like 3 years or more ago. But there's a time in 2020 where Warren Buffett is selling Wells Fargo Bank, and he had a significant percentage ownership and just sold it all. And the price really dropped a lot that week. It might have been down 15, 20%, and whatever portion of that was his downward pressure from, all the selling, from all the volume that he was putting out there. And, I bought some of this stuff at the time that he was selling it. And that doesn't mean that he made a bad decision necessarily. Like, he just didn't want to be involved with Wells Fargo anymore. Part of that was reputational for him because Wells Fargo is, they have had a lot of reputational problems. They have, significant scandals in a couple different contexts, and, a lot of attention from Congress and other oversight is my understanding. So for whatever reason, Warren didn't want to be involved with Wells Fargo anymore. I just looked at the financials and I'm just like, well, is this bank going to remain solvent? Yeah, probably. And doesn't seem like that's going to be a thing. So for the price that they were selling for at the time, which was, $22, maybe something like that, I was buying it around, I think it was $22. And, I didn't hold on to it forever, but I think I sold it at 34 or so dollars not long later, and so I made something like 45%. I'd have to look back at the numbers, but I made about 45% in a short period of time. At a time that Warren was dumping it. And nothing against Warren Buffett. I think he's a brilliant guy. I learned a lot of things. So, I have a lot of good thoughts about the man, but he made a decision. He didn't want to be involved in that company anymore. I made a decision that I liked it at that price. And, I made about 45% on it, 40-something percent, I think. So just because some other big company is selling something, I don't know why they made that decision. There's all sorts of reasons that some executive at a company could make a decision, and that's what's going to happen. So I don't know why they made that decision. In some contexts, that might be useful information. In other contexts, you might feel confident enough about the future of the company that you're like, I don't know why they're doing that, but I don't think it's going to turn out the way that they think it is. Or, they're going to wish that they held it for longer. So I hear your point, but no, I don't necessarily think of that as, that is always actionable information. Matthew says, thank you, Derek, Henry, and Jake for sharing your time and experiences with us. W week for sure. I'm enjoying my time going through the material again as an observer. The confidence of building a portfolio that I can build with knowledge from this course is a freedom that is difficult to articulate. Thank you to you and your team. I try to do everything I could for this course and for all the courses. I spent about 4,000 hours to create those 3 courses. There's a lot of time. It's a silly amount of time. And that's just to outline them and record them and put everything together. To go learn all the things before that took so long. It took me my whole life. So I'm very proud of the information being shared. It'll give you a very good structure and template to, how to think about things and an awareness of what sort of vehicles and asset classes and strategies, et cetera, are available to you. So I hope you find it very eye-opening for that. And I hope it helps you to articulate good strategies in your own head that based on your specific knowledge and your life experiences, you can go fill in the blanks where you need to and make, have a lot more confidence, as Matthew just said, have a lot more confidence in making decisions that are going to be profitable for your life. So I appreciate your thoughts, and yeah, I'm happy I could contribute in some way. Eddie says, Derek, thank you for many years of mentoring and continued ongoing support. It helped me greatly understand markets properly, invest, and provided knowledge to make great financial gains. Additionally, thank you for creating the unique mastermind group. I met Jake a few times at those special events, and he proved great insights every time, or provided great insights every time. Finally, thank you, Derek, for this event, and separately, thanks to Henry and Jake for sharing winning strategies and world champion mindsets. Seeing you soon at our mastermind meeting in September. Eddie, I appreciate it. I'm excited. Yeah, September is next month already. Next month already, we're going to be in Las Vegas. We have I'm very excited. We have Marketing and Branding Conference in Las Vegas, third week of September. So it's about 7 weeks from right now. We'll be heading to Vegas to see many of you in person. So I'm excited about it. I know the majority of the mastermind members that are here will be coming, and I think it's a mistake to not be there. If somebody would ask me, Derek, I'm thinking about coming, what do you think of the pros and cons? Like, I think it's a mistake to not come. I think, and I started to say this when I was talking with the gentleman over there, that, if you don't have the right team, you can go through these courses like Matthew just said, like Eddie just said, you can go through the courses. It's going to be very useful. You go through them a second time, even more useful. And you can have a good foundational understanding of what's happening and a little predictive ability. When you start going to those conferences and you're around you're in the mastermind group, you're around those people in person, you're around me in person, you're around some of my friends and guests in person, the guest speakers that I bring, etc. It's a different level, man. I don't know what else to say to you. It's a different level. You're like, oh, Derek, but yeah, I know the thing, kind of, sort of. I was like, all right. If that's all you wanted is kind of, sort of results, that's fine. Like, go get kind of, have a kind of, sort of good life. Have a kind of, sort of, reliable outcomes for your future. If you want to have the best possible life, if you want to be with the other winners and be part of that group, like, this is kind of your invitation. This is your invitation. In September, we're doing that. If it's important to you, if you're not already enrolled, but you'd like to be part of the group, put a comment in here and let me know that.
How's it going? My name is Rollin. I just finished the Moneyberg Real Estate Riches course. I learned a lot of valuable lessons. I learned about mortgages, the different types of mortgages. Learned about leverage. I love that lesson. Learned about how to screen tenants properly. These lessons are going to help me out. Right now, I'm actually at my family's farm. It's not an active farm anymore. But as you can see, there's a bunch of weeds in the background, and that's because my family couldn't find a proper farmer who knows what they're doing. I'm glad that I learned the lessons now, because later on, if I get a chance to inherit it, and I'm gonna find a farmer who knows what they're doing, and we're gonna make some money doing that. I also plan on having rentals in the future. The future seems bright, and I would say anybody who is looking to learn about real estate, learn about the tools it takes to build wealth in real estate, this is your course.